Good morning, year one. On the screen at the moment is your skill shot for today. If you could complete this and then come back when you're ready to carry on, off you go. Fantastic. Okay, in Fluency again, we're going to be looking at counting in twos. So we're going to start with our number line. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to start with our counters. So the first number when we're counting in twos is going to be 0. So how many counters do I need to represent 0? I need 0 counters. On my number line, it is there. Okay, and then counting in twos, we're going to speed through. We need to add 2 more. So at 0, and then we're adding 2 more. So first of all, I have 1, 2. 2 on my number line. I've jumped 2 space on my number line. So we're going to go 0, 2. I'm going to add 2 more counters. 1, 2. So 2 space on my number line. 1, 2. Our next number is 4, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Okay. 2 more counters from 4. So 2 more counters from 4, 4, 5, 6. 2 more spaces. Our next amount is 6, 4, 5, 6. We're going to add 2 more counters because we're counting in twos. 2 more counters. You can do this at home with pasta, dried beans, crayons, little Lego pieces, anything you can count in twos in. So from 6, we can go 2 spaces, 1, 2, 8 is our next number, 6, 7, 8. We're not counting the next number because that is 1 more space. We're counting 2 more spaces, 2 more counters, 1, 2, add 2 more counters on, so 8, 2 spaces, 8, 9, 10. On our number line, jump 2 spaces, 1, 2. Our next number is 10. Add 2 more counters, 1, 2. Our next number is 10, 11, 12. Our new total is 12. 2 space on number line, 1, 2. Our next number is 12. 2 more counters, 1, 2. Our next number is 12, 13, 14. On our number line, 2 spaces, 1, 2. Our next number is 14. 2 more counters from 14, 1, 2. 2 more counters from 14, 14, 15, 16. 2 more spaces on number line, 1, 2. Fantastic. 2 more counters, 1, 2, 16, 17, 18. 2 more spaces on our number line, 1, 2, 18. 2 more counters, adding 2 more each time, 2 more counters, 18, 19, 20. 20. 2 more spaces on number line, 1, 2. 2 more spaces is 20. Right, 2 more counters because we're still counting in twos to 24. 2 more counters is 20, 21, 22. 2 spaces on our number line is 1, 2, 22. 2 more counters. What's our next number going to be? Let's have a look. 2 more counters, 22, 23, 24. 24, and on our number line, it is 2 spaces, 1, 2. Our next number is 24. So adding 2 counters each time is the same as jumping 2 spaces on our number line. So 2 more counters is the same as 2 spaces on our number line. And here we have all our numbers counting in 2 up to 24. So can we try those together already? Starting with 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's try it again, the number line. Are you ready? Join in with me. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Fantastic. Make sure you practice this at home so you know it really, really, really well, and we can be super impressed with you. Okay, so today we're going to be carrying on looking at our 3D shapes. Let's just have a look at these shapes. Make sure you have your 3D shapes in front of you for this lesson. This is super important. So if you want to pause this video and go get your 6 shapes that you need for this lesson. I just realised I've got too many shapes here. I do not need this one or this one. Okay, we've got our 6 shapes in front of us. So first of all, this one. What shape is this? I'm going to look at my 6 shapes in front of me. So I've got my 6 shapes in front of me. You can't see them, but they're all down here. And I'm going to look what shape this looks like. I think that's 1 curved face there. I think it's 2 flat faces. So this looks like this shape. Yeah, this looks similar. And what shape is this one? This is a cylinder. So a cylinder has 1 curved face and 2 flat faces. It is a cylinder. Fantastic. So we know that this one is a cylinder. What about this shape? So look at your 6 shapes in front of you, your 6 3D shapes in front of you from the rest of this week. And I think this shape looks like this one. And what shape is this? So it's got 1 curved face all the way around. What shape is this one? This is a sphere. Sphere. Difficult to say. Make sure you practice at home. Sphere. This is a sphere. So this is a cylinder and this is a sphere. Let's have a go at this one. Oh, a magic hat. So it looks like it's got 1 curved face going up into a point and 1 flat face at the bottom. Let me look at my shapes I've got left. I think that looks like this one. I think it looks like this one. This shape, oh, Miss Ayres has dropped it. Just one second. This shape is a cone. So we can see here that these 2 shapes are quite similar. So this shape, this pictorial representation represents this 3D shape. So I've got 1 flat surface and 1 curved surface, 1 flat face and 1 curved face. This is a cone. So this is a cone. What about this one? Oh, so it looks like all my faces are flat and they're going up into a point and have a base at the bottom. So let's have a look. I think, look at your 3D shapes in front of you. Which shapes this look like? I think it looks like this one. This is a pyramid. This is a pyramid. So I've got my flat base and my other flat faces are pointing up to the top. So this is a pyramid. Let's have a look at this one. So this one, let me have a look at my shapes that I have left. I only have 2 shapes left. 2 shapes left. This one looks like this one. So this has 6 flat faces. 6 flat faces. All 6 are flat. This is a cuboid. This is a cuboid. Fantastic. And lastly, this one also has 6 flat faces, but all my faces are the same size. It's got 6 flat faces and all my faces are the same size. So this is a cube. A cube. Fantastic. So we're going to use our 3D shapes today to help us identify 2D shapes. So you need your 3D shapes in front of you at home while you're doing this lesson. Okay. So you're going to need something to write on. So you might need a bit of paper. I've got a whiteboard with me. Need something to draw on, so you might need a pencil or a pen. I've got my whiteboard marker. You're going to need your 6 shapes that we just went through. So you need a sphere, a cylinder, a pyramid, a cone, a cuboid, and a cube for this lesson. So if you want to pause that video and sort that out, all your shapes are here. And we are going to have a go at doing these together. So when we pick up our 3D shape, it has all these faces that we've been talking about. And these faces of our 3D shape are made up of 2D shapes. So a 3D shape means we can pick it up and we can hold it in our hands and we can move it around because it's 3D. It has 3 dimensions. A 2D shape is a flat shape. We can't pick it up. It's not a 3D shape. It stays on the table or on the piece of paper. It is a 2D shape. So let's start with this shape. So this is what shape is this one? This is a cube. So I'm now just going to stop sharing my screen and point you down to see my desk. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to put my cube on, well, I'm using a whiteboard, but you might be using a piece of paper. I'm putting it on top of my whiteboard. So one of my faces is touching my whiteboard. So I've got my faces here and I'm putting it down onto the whiteboard. And then I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to draw around my face. Just like this. Draw around my face. Oh, nice and carefully. So I've got my 3D shape and I'm drawing around it to create so I know what shape my 2D face is. So I've drawn around my 3D shape's face, and I'm left with a 2D shape. So I'm left with a 2D shape. So here, I started with a cube, and one of its faces is this shape. What shape is this? So our 4 2D shapes we're going to be looking at are triangle, square, rectangle and circle. So I've drawn round my 3D shape and I've drawn a 2D shape because I can't pick this up, can't pick it up. I can pick up the board, but I cannot pick up the 2D shape. You cannot pick it up, it's a 2D shape. What shape is it? This is a square. So the face of my cube is a square. On the face of my cube is a 2D square. So I've drawn around it on my board. Now, because of my cube, all the sides are the same, all of my faces will be a square. Every single face on my cube will be a square. But this is not the case for every shape. Different shapes may have different 2D shapes on their faces. Let's have a look at some more. So we're going to work our way through all these shapes and find all the 2D shapes that make up their faces. So let's start next with this shape. What is this shape? What is this shape? This is a pyramid. So let's have a look at our pyramid. So here is my pyramid. I can see it's got my base here. Here's my base, and it's got my 4 flat faces pointing upwards. So it's got my face, which is my base, and my 4 faces pointing upwards. So, okay. So first of all, I'm going to draw around the base to find out what shape this is. Now, this is really important. We can only draw around flat faces. We cannot draw around curved faces. So only shapes with flat faces can we draw around, and only the flat faces of those shapes. So I'm going to draw around the base of my pyramid to find out what shape is on the base. So my pyramid is my 3D shape because I can pick it up, but what 2D shape makes the base? Are you ready? Oh, so my pyramid has a 2D shape on its face here. And what 2D shape is this? This is a square. So my pyramid is made up of a 2D square. But however, this does not look like a square. This looks like a different shape. So although I've got a square on my base, there's a different shape on my other face. So let's draw around one of the other faces. So we know that a pyramid is made up of a square and what 2D shape is this one? Let's go back to our 2D shapes. So our 2D shapes are triangle, square, rectangle and circle. We know that the pyramid has a square face. What other shape is the faces? This is a triangle. So a pyramid has a square face and triangle faces. How fantastic. Make sure you have a go at this at home. We're going to do one more together, and then I'm going to try, and you're going to try and do this on your own. So next, I'm going to take my sphere. So remember I said that we can only draw around flat faces. So does a sphere have any flat faces? No, a sphere has no flat faces, so we cannot draw around a sphere. So a sphere has no 2D shapes making up its faces. It has no 2D shapes. Let's try our cylinder. So this side is a curved face. Can I draw around my curved face? Will I find a 2D shape on my curved face? No, I can only draw around my flat faces. So I'm going to put my cylinder flat face down and draw around my flat face. So this face here, I'm going to draw all the way around it. All the way around it. Okay, and what shape is this? What 2D shape makes up my cylinder's flat face? What 2D shape makes up my cylinder's flat face? I've drawn around my cylinder. What 2D shape makes my cylinder's flat face? A circle. Fantastic. So I know that my cylinder has one curved face and 2 flat faces, which are circles. Okay, I would like you now to pause this video and have a go at drawing around your 3D objects. So you can tell me which shapes, which 2D shapes make up the faces of your 3D shape. So you've got your 6 3D shapes, which are all these 6, and I want to know which 2D shapes you can find in these 6 3D shapes. And your 4 2D shapes are here. So it's either triangle, square, rectangle, and circle. And we can only draw around flat faces. Off you go. Fantastic. So let's see what you found. So our first shape is our pyramid. And I said I'd already done my pyramid. And I know around a pyramid I'm going to draw around the base, a square. I have a square face. So my 2D shape on this face is a square. Fantastic. And my other shape is, I'm going to draw around one of the side faces. One of the faces over here. What shape is this one? This is a triangle. So I know that my pyramid has a square and triangle faces. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at a different shape. So my cone. Did you draw on your cone? And what 2D shapes did you find around your cone? Well, I know that I can't draw around this face because this face is curved and I can't possibly draw around a curved face. There'll be no 2D shape on my curved face, but I can draw around my flat face. I'm going to draw around my flat face all the way around. What 2D shape makes up my 3D shape? This is a 2D circle. So a cone has a face of a 2D circle. Fantastic. So next I've got my sphere, and I said that I can't draw around my sphere because it has no flat faces. So if you've got no flat faces, it has no 2D shapes making them up. So this one has no 2D shapes. My cylinder, so I did my cylinder before, so I can draw around the flat faces of my cylinder, and I will find a circle, and there's a circle at both ends of my cylinder. So my cylinder is made up of 2D circles and a curved face. Fantastic. Let's have a look. Oh, fantastic. Oh, what shape is this one? Is it a cube? No, it's not a cube because this face is smaller than this face. So this must be a cuboid. So I can take my cuboid and I can draw around the different faces. So I can draw around all its faces and find out all the different 2D shapes. So my first 2D shape is, oh, what is this 2D shape? This 2D shape. Well, I know this is a rectangle. So I know that my cuboid is made up of rectangles, but my cuboid has other shaped faces. So up here, this shape is different. So I'm going to draw around this shape and find out what this one is. So this is a rectangle and this is a square. So my cuboid is made up of rectangles and squares on its faces. So my cuboid has 2D squares and 2D rectangles on its faces. Okay, and my next shape is my cube. So my cube on here, I'm going to draw around its faces. What shape is this one? What shape is this? This is a square. So I know my cube is made up of 2D squares, and I know that every face on my cube is going to be a square because all of my faces on my cubes are the same. Fantastic. Okay, let's just have a quick look at these. Okay. Okay, so which 2D shapes have you found on the faces of 3D shapes? So on the face of a cube, there is have a little think, what did we say it was? On the face of a cube, there is a square shaped face. On the face of a cube, there is a square shaped face. Fantastic. What shape is this one? This is a cone. So on the face of a cone, there is a What 2D shape did you find on your cone? Have a little think. It's a circle. So on the face of a cone, there is a circle-shaped face. Fantastic. What about cuboid? What about cuboid? So on the face of a cuboid, there is a rectangle, and possibly on mine there was a rectangle and a square, or there could just be rectangles depending what your cuboid looks like. So on the face of a rectangle, on the face of a cuboid, there is a rectangle shaped face. What about a pyramid? On the face of a pyramid, there is well, on my pyramid, I found a square and a triangle shaped face. So on the face of a pyramid, there is a square and triangle shaped face. Okay, year one, if you could today spend some time going through your 3D shapes and drawing out their flat faces to find out what 2D shapes make them up, that would be absolutely amazing. And I'm super excited to see this afternoon for phonics and to see you tomorrow again for maths. Thanks very much. Bye.